Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some new cards coming out in Power of the Elements. Now, just as a heads up, some of these cards have been announced before, but they're just getting re-announced here basically in TCG. Some of the effects and wordings may be kind of important to kind of go over and actually check out to see if they've changed anything. Also, as a really quick note, the Splite archetype has been actually named Sprite. So basically the name is kind of like the drink. But so if any videos that you're looking for Splite, look for Sprite and or Splite. I'm going to be changing the names on the channel. I'm just going to keep both names because sometimes people are still searching for the regular one. But let's go over the new Yu-Gi-Oh cards because this is probably why you guys clicked on the video. So starting right off, yeah, Power of the Elements. We have one card that says draw one off nearly anything. Let's check this out. So Garura, the Wings of the Resonant Life, is a brand new level 6 Dark Wing Beast fusion effect, 1500 attack, 2400 defense points, and it's two monsters with the same type and attribute but with different names. It says any battle damage your opponent takes from battles involving this card is double. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to draw one card. You can only use this effect of Garura, Wings of Resonant Life, once per turn. Okay, pretty interesting effect. I guess people can bring it back, maybe use it as material. I mean, either way, I think that's a pretty good effect, drawing one off of it. As soon as it's just as long as it's sent to the graveyard, you get to go and get +1. I'm not sure if there's any archetype that's going to really make insane use out of this. Maybe there's something that can like re-special summon fusions or something like that, but I mean, if you use Call of the Hunt to bring this card back and get basically a level 6 as extra material, that's really good potentially. So if you guys can think of anything that brings back like a specific winged beast or like a fusion monster from the graveyard every turn, let me know in the comment section below, because maybe we can make some like weird build around this with like Exodia or something. Because remember, that's just once per turn, so this could be your turn and your opponent's turn. You just summon it, let it like, you know, get destroyed. Like you Call of the Hunted, it gets destroyed, you can block an attack, and then you're able to draw a card or whatever the case may be. I think Call of the Hunt is probably just outclassed, but you guys get the point. Some way to bring it back. Next up, Ashura King is a rank 3 Earth Warrior, exceeds effect with 2100 attack, 0 defense points, and it's 3+ level 3 monsters. This says while this card has material, it can attack a number of times in each battle phase up to the number of materials attached to it. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles, it gains 200 attack. When another monster effect is activated, as a quick effect, you can detach one material from this card and negate the activation if you do destroy that card. You can only use the effect of Ashura King once per turn. So really good timing for like the effects of, you know, being able to quick effect, being able to stop. It's negate and destroy. It does require 3+ level 3 monsters, so there's a lot of different archetypes that can make great use out of it. But on top of that, it is a generic card. The whole like gains 200 attack. It's like whatever. I mean, it's like what, 2300 attack at the end of the day. But being able to attack, like as soon as it comes out, it's attacking 3 times for 2100 each. Maybe you can throw in something like an equip spell, and then you can. I mean, 3 attacks is pretty good. You could definitely OTK, and on top of that, it has a negate. It doesn't really protect itself other than that quick effect, but I think this card is still pretty good. This is one of the cards that got announced a while ago. Again, some of these are just kind of refreshers on the effects, but some of these may be brand new cards for the first time here, because again, it just came out for the TCG today. Ultimate Slayer is a normal spell card that says your opponent cannot activate monster effects in response to this card's activation. Send one monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls with the same card type. Fusion, Synchro, Seize, Pendulum, or Link, and shuffle into deck. This effect is really good. Being able to not only dump one of your cards, depending on the matchup, this could be pretty big, because you can get some sort of bonus by having the card in the grave, right? But then you have to have the opponent also have that monster. So definitely a great side deck card. There's so many archetypes that can definitely run this in the side deck, but great card nonetheless. Next up, we have a counter trap card called Draco Utopian Aura. Here's the artwork on this card. This card looks kind of cool. I like the artwork on it. Almost reminds me of Honest, if you guys remember that card. So it's a counter trap, but it says when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Then you can apply the following effect. Banish one monster from your hand if you do special summon the monster that was destroyed and sent to the graveyard by this effect to your field, but negate its effect. You can only activate one Draco Utopian Aura per turn. So, I mean, that's pretty good. It negates the effect and destroys it, but the one problem that I have, it has to be on the field. There are certain things that can activate graveyard and hand. If it was just negate the effect of a monster and then destroy it, and then you get to summon it by banishing a card, like, this is really good for a lot of archetypes. Like, there's so many archetypes where, like, banishing the card does not matter, or you get some sort of bonus when this card is banished, or another, like, spell and trap card, targets a banished card, whatever. You get the point. This card has a lot lot of potential for certain decks, but like, yeah, most of the effects, yeah, you want to negate are on the field, but again, there's so many things that are in the hand nowadays that more than likely you'd want to stop those. But I still think it's a good card for sure in this game. Next up, we have Kurikara Divine Carnate. So it's a level 1 fairy effect, 1500 attack, 1500 defense points over here. I love the artwork on this one. This one looks really cool. So it cannot be normal summon. Set must be special summon from your hand by triggering all face-up monsters on the field that activated their effects this turn in your opponent's monster zone. It gains 1500 attack for each monster attributed to special summon this card. During the end phase, you can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it to your field. You can only use this effect of Kurikara Divine Carnate once per turn. So basically, it's almost like a hand trap, right? In the sense where, like, as long as your opponent's activating effects with their monsters, which, I mean, unless they're playing like Blue Eyes or something, yeah, this is a really good effect. Unfortunately, though, it could still get negated, which is kind of like the downside with it. It would be really good if you activate this in response to your opponents, it cannot be, you know, negated or something like that, or like your opponent can't respond to it. That'd be kind of cool. Or if it was like immune to destroying, you know, being destroyed by a card effect the turn it's summoned. I think it's still pretty good. I mean, during the end phase, being able to get a card, it's a little bit slow, right? And it gains a decent amount of attack, so potentially you could get a huge amount of advantage with this card after you lose all of your negations, but it is a level 1, so it says it must be special summoned from your hand. Okay, so I don't think you can you don't think you can 1-for-1 it, right? It says must be. It doesn't say except by other ways, though. Either way, I mean, just that end phase effect could be definitely utilized, but yeah, so some of these cards, like I mentioned before, we have gone over these effects because I remember this card specifically, but it could be just some of the wording that has actually changed. But again, they just announced in the TCG, so I figure I'd go ahead and actually cover it for you guys. But let me know what you think of the brand new Yu-Gi-Oh cards that got announced in the TCG. But if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss out when we cover more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Power of the Elements. But take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.